In this lesson of Conversational Assyrian, we're going to take a quick look at reading and writing and the letters. While this isn't typically part of the course, I have had students ask me to give them a quick summary of the letters and vowels and how things are used. So here we have the consonants, also known as At-wa-teh. I got this graphic from Hagiana-Aturaya.com. I thought it was important to show these as we do write from right to left, so seeing exactly which direction and which letters go in which order is important. We have 22 At-wa-teh. There are more here, and we'll talk about why they are. So the first one in the upper right is Alep, then Beat, Gemmel, Dellet, He, Wow, Zan, Khet, Tait, Yut, and then we get to the ones in the red box. Those are cap. All three of them are different forms of cap. So you have cap at the beginning of a letter, then you have cap at the end. There's two forms at the end. The first one is when it's connected. Sometimes the letters can be connected, and in some instances, some letters will not be connected. So we have the first cap, which is connected, and then the last one that almost looks like a 5 is not connected. After that, we have lemmet, and then we switch over to meme. There's two forms of meme. There is the one at the beginning of a letter, then the one at the end. Then we go to noon. Noon, again, three forms. The first one is the one that's at the beginning or in the middle of a letter or a word. And then there's the two at the end. The first one is the one that's connected, and then the second one is the form that's not connected. Then there's simkat, ay, pe, sade, qop, resh, sheen, tau, and then the last one is known as tau alep. It's the form of the letter tau and alep written at the end of a letter, of a word. Sorry. So sometimes this can be used at the end, or you can just use the standard tau and alep. Now we'll look at vowels, also known as Zow-eh, and the way I usually classify them is there's basically three sounds that the vowels make. There's the A sound, O, and E, and the reason why I put E in quotes is the first one is more of a eh sound, and we'll get to those in a second. So the long A, if you see I drew it over the line, some of the vowels can go over any consonant. Some of them only go over specific ones. So the A sounds, the first one is skapa, the two lines. That's the long A sound. So ah. Then you have the short A sound, known as ptacha. Those are the two dots, one above the letter, and then the second one below the letter. And we'll look at examples of these. Then you have the O sounds. So it's the wow atuta with the dot on it, but it's typically read as ruacha, not wow ruacha, because it's implied if it's ruacha, there's a wow there. Just like ruasa, it's implied that it only goes over the atuta wow. So I usually draw a letter, an arrow that's up, so when you see it, the sound is going up, so o. So ruacha is o, then ruasa is the sound is going down, so oo. And this usually helps students remember which is which. So the one with the dot on top, ruacha, sounds going up, o, and the one with the dot on the bottom is ruasa, it's the oo. Okay, when we get to the E sounds, there's two zlame. Those are the lines that will be two lines under any atuta or any consonant. The first one is zlame pshiqe, or also known as zlame kirye. This gives like a sound, or almost like a soft I sound. And then you have Zlame Qishye, also known as Zlame Yariche. This gives like an EH sound, And we'll look at some examples. And then the last one is Khwasa, or you might hear Yud Khwasa, but again, that's implied. Khwasa is only under the Yud. And then this Yud that I drew has a little tail at the end, so this goes at the end of a letter, where this Khwasa is often used, and this gives you a longer E sound, and we'll look at some examples. So here, let's start off number one. Typically, when I'm even teaching Assyrian reading and writing, usually I'll transliterate things. It's just, I find it's easier for English speakers to look at it like this. So the first one, we have Baba, which is beat skapa, that gives you the ba sound. So beat, the consonant beat, is the B sound, and then skapa is the long A sound, so AA, so ba. And then beat skapa alap ba, you'll see again B, two A's to imply the long sound, long skapa sound, and then another A to signify the consonant. So ba, ba. If we look at number two, we're using the ptacha, the short A sound. So waw ptacha resh, war, and then dallat skapa alabda, war da, which means flower. Then we go to the O sound. In the first one, we have bro. So again, the ruacha with the sound going up, o, bro, na. You might hear bruna. The word spoken is bruna, which almost sounds like the ruasa sound, but when it's written, it's always written the same way, regardless of how it's pronounced. So it's always brona. And then we have tura. Tura is mountain. So tet, ruasa, tu, resh, skapa, alabra, tura. And then we move on to the E sounds. The first one is shimsha, or sun, shim. So you can see that it's the Islamic Kyrie. It gives you like a I or IH sound, like the I in or it, so shim, sha. And then number 6, we have the longer Islame, which is giving you the sound, so na, she, na, she. And then last, we take baba from example number 1, and we remove the skapa. We add the khwasa at the end, and you get ba, so beat skapa ba, and then beat khwasa b, ba, b. So there you have a few examples of some of the reading and writing. I usually tell students, first you learn the vowels. There's 22 of them. You'll learn which one it is. So alap is like an A, beat is like a B, gemal is like a G, dalat like a D. And then once you learn that, then the next part of it is how do you make syllables? We make syllables with the vowel sound, so the skape. So if you notice, if you count the number of Zow-eh, you'll get the number of vowels. So in all of these examples, there's really 2 Zow-eh, and that means there's 2 Mahagyana or syllables. So you can break down words when you're reading and writing by the number of syllables first, which will tell you the number of vowels or Zow-eh you need. Then it's just determining, is this an A sound? If so, which one? Is this an O sound? Again, if so, which one? Or is this an E sound? Thank you.